we're going to start the first step of the material management case study. First, we're going to need to create a new supplier. A supplier is going to be someone who's going to be providing with the goods that is needed by the company. For this situation, we're going to create a supplier named Midwest Supply, where they're going to provide us with some chain locks for global bike. Now, for creating new supplier, we go inside logistic, material management, purchasing, master data, vendor, central, and create. Double click on it. Okay, we can ignore this. Transaction code is obsolete. Now, choose organization and press on continue. Now, we need to insert some basic information related to the supplier itself. Now, in the create organization, role FI vendor, select company as a title. Midwest Supply, and then insert your search term number. As always, I'm going to use 1005. For you, please follow your own SAP ID. Now, we're going to insert the address for this supplier, or in other words, vendor. So follow the instruction 335W Industrial Lake Okay, postal code 68528. City is Lincoln. Country in the US. Region is NE. That is Nebraska. Okay, language, we're still going to be using English. Okay, so check back your input, whether is it correct or not. Okay, the next part we're going to insert is basically vendor tax data. Now, if you look at my screen, because my screen resolution is much more wider than yours, maybe it could show all of this. But for you, maybe it's around here. So there is a 3-dotted button around here, then you can click on it to see the vendor tax data. Now, click on this. We're going to insert the next input. Now, we need to insert the additional tax data. Now, we're going to insert as first is tax number. Tax number is going to be 12-3456. I'm going to be using 1005. That is my tax number. Okay, confirm your entry by clicking on the company code button, this part here. So settle on the data for the vendor tax data. Now, in company code, please make sure you insert US00 as the company and then press on enter, either on the keyboard or this green tick button. Okay, now we can insert the rest of the information. We need to insert inside the vendor account management, enter 300,000 as the reconciliation account. Okay, 300,000, and then we move on to the next step, that is vendor payment transactions. Okay, now payment term is going to be 0001, and also double click, sorry, it's not double click, it's make sure you check this, the box is checked for check double invoice. Okay, and then we're going to be going to the next step, vendor corresponding. In term of vendor correspondence, okay, now in term of here, you suppose, in term of the instruction, you're supposed to insert your name as the clerk at vendor. But currently, if you are using the system, then you are someone who is from GBI. So basically, this part here should make sense that you insert a representative, a clerk from the vendor. Our vendor is being called Midwest Supply. So I'm going to use another name here. So Siti Zainab. So that is my corresponding clerk at the vendor. And then in the drop down menu here, create in BP role, you choose vendor, this one. Okay, save it. Okay, business partner has been created. Now you need to see your purchasing data for the vendor. So what we do next is click here on the purchasing button. So we're going to insert some information. First is purchasing out. Purchasing out is going to be US00. Okay, then click on enter. This will enable you to insert the rest of the information that is related to the purchasing for this vendor. Okay, now we're going to inside purchasing data. Now we're going to enter USD as the order currency. Let's try to find order currency here. Currently I'm not sure why this part here is being already in the middle of the page, but just work with it. Okay, try to find where you're supposed to be inputting those information. Okay, order currency is going to be in USD and enter 001 for payment term. 0001 for payment terms. Now navigate to the next step, that is partner function, and you're going to be inserting VN in this slot here. What is VN stands for? You can use this search help if you wanted to. Okay, currently it's not really showing nothing, so we're going to insert VN. So it's going to be vendor. Okay, and then press on enter. So that is the things that you need to insert for your vendor information. So save it, changes have been made, and then you are done. So that is the first step. Moving on to the next one.